Right then.
Right.
Nothing happened then. We hit the go live button and we're like, come on, come on.
She didn't. She was too slow. She always waits till it says 0 and then she presses it. So we're never going to be on time. You always have to press it about 3 seconds before.
Do you want to do this bit?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Go on then.
Swap seats.
Lovely to see you all here. Just been had a quick look in the comments there. There's so many people chatting to each other who know each other, and that makes us very happy. So please, one thing I did just spot, which did make me laugh out loud. And Sean, if you're still here, so I know you're popping in between trains. He said, if you have a question, start it with right then. I thought, oh my God, that's genius, isn't it? So if you've got a question for us, instead of putting question, put right then in capital letters. I think that's awesome. So thank you, Sean, for that idea. One of our top tier patrons. Sean's full of all these good ideas.
Carole's got no control over what's going on already. So all this is going to do is confuse her and make her say even more. If that's
I'm trying not to say
if that's possible.
Because I spend most of my time editing videos, cutting my ums out.
When she starts editing an episode, they're 4.5 hours long. Once she's edited out so yesterday, we went to and then when she's edited out, they start off at 4.5 hours. Let me finish. They're about 8 seconds.
No, actually, I've just finished editing the last episode of our. Oh, I said it again. Damn it. And the Waterways. And that's a bumper edition. That's about 45 minutes, but it's got so much in there. That was such a fantastic cruise. So if you
35 minutes of it is Carole going,
and that's out tomorrow. But if you haven't watched that series, please go and watch it because I think this sounds a bit not conceited. Is that the right word?
Conceited is
I think
the
conceited is when I've edited by vloggers out there will understand this and be able to resonate with it. When you've done a series, you're always pleased with it, aren't you? But this one, for somehow, was really, I thought, oh my God, because it was so deep and so different that I'm really pleased with how it's come out. Anyway, why are you licking my pen?
I'm going to write them down.
What are you going to write them down?
Every time you say
Oh no, we'll have to pay a fine. Oh, anyway, let's get into the comments and questions, and let's just see everyone who's here. So Bridget was here to start with, and she says she's going to be a right royal razzmatazz. And Bridget is on about our cruise next week, which is, if you watched our video, you'll put me under pressure now. Our previous lives, you'll know that we're on Queen Anne, and we're very, very excited about it. 6 days' time, we will be stepping on board as the first passengers. We've been invited by Cunard for their. I haven't said it yet.
You don't even know you're doing it.
Well, I've said 4 in that sentence.
4 times you've said it. So
did far. I really? Oh no. Oh, you tell them then. I'm trying to speak now.
Carry on.
Cunard.
I won't write any more down.
Oh dear. So Cunard have invited us. See, I'm really trepidous. It's
not even a word.
Scared.
So Cunard have very gratefully invited us, very thankfully, very generously is the word I'm looking for, to a pre-cruise.
You said
to a pre-cruise. It's a pre-cruise.
It's a VIP event.
So it's a VIP event.
It's celebration.
It's the day before our Patreon meetup in Southampton.
Yes, which
so everything just dovetails in absolutely perfectly. So we've just got to go down a day early. We are overnight on Queen Anne. I think it's going to the Caribbean, I think.
The overnight.
And then it's back to Southampton the following morning.
Yeah, not going anywhere. And do you know what we forgot? We're like, oh, right, so we've got to get packing. What we're going to wear? I was sorting out dresses because I want obviously a sparkly dress for that event. And I want some other sparkly dress for our week because we get off and we get back on Queen Anne for our cruise, which we paid for. And we checked earlier, we booked 2 years ago, wasn't it? May 2022.
Because it's supposed to be, and the maiden sus have been in January, about the second week of January.
And then we realised, oh my gosh, we haven't got a case because, well, we got one case, but our other case broke, didn't it, in Asia. So luckily we realised that, so we've got to go shopping tomorrow for a new case. How unorganised are we?
Well, we could have used it because it's only going on a ship. We could have used it even though it's battered. But then I remembered I gave it to my sister because my sister takes part in an amateur dramatic society, and she uses all our castaway suitcases for storing costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I don't think it's fitting for Cunard because it was covered in gaffer tape on every corner, so it looked a bit scuffy.
You
and
never know. When we get on, maybe Queen Anne will be covered in gaffer tape. You don't know.
Well,
because
we
obviously
will see.
they cancelled the. There was an event 2 days before ours,
for
which was
travel
cancelled.
agents.
So,
but Ian Duerden, who's a lovely guy that we chat a lot on Facebook, he's just commented on one of our posts again. Said she's just gone on the tip of Italy, so she's on her way to Southampton. She arrives on Monday, actually. So on your brother's birthday.
There you go.
So anyway, so we're really excited about getting on Queen Anne. But
nothing else on the 30th of April you think of?
Nothing.
29th.
Oh my gosh, that was the day we met.
30th.
That was my dad's birthday. Yeah, my dad's birthday.
And the day we met.
Yeah. How many years ago was that?
In 1947.
1995.
It was.
Oh my gosh. How many years ago was that now?
29 years.
29. Gosh. No wonder I say I'm a lot. Anyway, so lovely to see Nick. Oh dear.
I stopped keeping. There's both me. I'm not keeping score anymore.
Don't, because it'll just be crazy. So Kevin's here. Love to see Kevin. So many people here. And Claire. So thank you so much. And Corinne's there. So right there and signed in and ready, just getting dinner cooked. So that's it. And Corinne said, sorry, Sean, I wrote before I saw your comment above. And Andy and Carla are here as well. So even everyone look forward to our weekly chat. Always great fun. It certainly is. Now, the first question here, which obviously David didn't hear what we said about right then. What are collectively referred to as Pipsqueak and Wilfred? Unfortunately, won't be attending the live as visit family in Ghana of England. Have fun. David was the one that brought up the wacky races last week. No, I have no idea. That sounds like something very, very old.
No, it is something I've heard of that my father would have said to me, but I got no idea. I'm assuming it's cartoony based, but
don't know.
Without using the power of Google Claire.
Yes, which I'm sure she'll...
I wouldn't have a clue.
And Chris said this time next week in Southampton. Yes, we're meeting up with 15 of our patrons, so that should be really good fun. So Heather's here. Good morning. So happy to be awake and ready to hear you all. And Patrick and Francis popped in, but they'll stuck at work. No worries at all. Bruce is eating Rose is eating he's at my homemade Cornish pasty.
Bruce is eating a rose.
No, Rose. Oh, Cornish pasty. We haven't had one of them for a long time, have we?
No, I might have one on the way home. Carol's out on the beer later. So
I'm going to the pub. So we can't be late tonight because I'm meeting up with two of my nursing friends that I haven't seen. I was trying to think when I last seen them. It must be...
Well, I can tell you when you last... I can tell you exactly when you last saw them. You last saw them at your 50th birthday party.
Do you think it was that long ago?
It was that long ago.
But two of my nursing friends, so I'm looking forward to that. Paulie's dropping me off the pub like a dutiful husband.
But I'm not picking her back up again. I just want to make that disclaimer now. She can do the face all you like. There's no way, no how.
You are.
I'm not.
You just pick me up.
I'm not picking you up.
That's terrible, isn't it? You won't pick me up.
So I have to sit at home. I can't have a cider or nothing.
Just cider, do you? Watching telly?
Well, you don't need to go out and have a beer. Are you going out for a beer?
I am.
There you are.
I am.
I rest my case, my lord. I'm giving you a lift there. You're making your own way back.
Oh, that's not right.
Use your
Come
Uber
on, people in the comments, say what a dutiful husband you should do.
I welcome your comments. Now, bearing in mind, Carole has never picked me up from anywhere.
I have a long time ago.
When
I don't tend to drive very much. Anyway, we're going off piste. So let's get back to cruising. And
no, you're going on piste. That's the problem.
Yeah, I am. Oh, I wanted to say as well. We've just checked our stats.
So it was double M, man.
Was it
Yeah.
On YouTube, and we're 25 subscribers away from 25,000.
We're 23.
23. Oh, so during this live or after the live, if you could just check if you are subscribed to our channel, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And then just give us a little subscribe because it'd be great to hit 20. So we've got 22 subscribers. So please do check that because it'd be great to hit it during the live. That'd be awesome. So lovely to see Anne's here, and just saying a big hi to Mike if you're watching too, and sending lots of love and hugs.
Thoughts. Yes. Oh, actually,
what?
This would be a good time to do that, wouldn't it? Now, there's a man with an orange hat, and he sent us things to do
With an
that's
orange
going to
hat.
make things
I wonder if
happen
Reese
on
is
the.
here.
It's going to make things
Yes,
happen.
Reese is here.
It's going to make things happen on the screen.
Yes.
Now we'll find out now. So, hang on. So
Do that one.
Yes. So let's find out. So if we do that one.
I don't know how to do
you
it.
do it with your fingers like that. Look.
Oh, yes.
See that?
You did it. I can't even make that out with my hands.
Like that, honey. Like that. But it won't do it now because I think. Oh, there,
there it is. Yes, sending you lots of those. So thank you, Reese, giving us these tips.
Yeah.
We'll have to say we've got a
I'm
list
like a
here.
magician. I made up all. Don't Reese didn't do it at all. It was just me. Now I know it works. It was me. If it didn't work, it was Reese.
Anyway, Reese has got a question. So, seeing that our Star Princess cruise is cancelled, would you do either Queen Anne to Iceland or Celebrity Millennium around Japan? Ooh. Now, for me, Queen Anne and Iceland would be the first thing because we've just done Japan, haven't we? So if we hadn't done Japan, though, that would have been really difficult. But
if we hadn't done Japan, I would have said Japan. But we've never been to Iceland either.
We haven't.
So I did go there because they had a deal on.
I think you've got to decide, Reese. Do you want a new ship or an old ship? Celebrity Millennium's a very old, not very old, but it's an older celebrity ship. So do you want that, or do you want a brand new spanker? Isn't it? Brand new spanker.
A brand spanker. Not a brand new spanker. That's something completely different.
So my thoughts would be Queen Anne to Iceland. Would you agree? Yes.
I think so.
Rose has got 16 days to their next cruise. We've got 6 days to one cruise and 20 days to the next one, because when we get off Queen Anne, we're then going on Aurora for a 3-night cruise with lots of friends. So that should be fun too, isn't it?
I don't think we'll remember anything about it.
No, I don't think we will.
We won't have to worry about doing a drinks package because they won't do one on a short cruise like that. But
we wouldn't bother with P&O anyway, would we?
No.
Jane's here and Paul. So thank you so much for joining us. And Mark's joined us from Irvine, California. So lovely to see you, Mark. So Tina's got 9 days, 23 days for Anne. So lots of people doing. It's coming to that time of year, isn't it, where summer's nearly here. We had 2 sunny days, haven't we? We had a great weekend in Cardiff, actually, with the sun shone, which was brilliant.
Yeah, out the country again, and the weather was very kind to us, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had great fun with our friends that do little campers. And we went to Barry Island, where my if you've seen our socials, you'll have seen it. And you'll see us trying to get over a deck chair, which was, so do check that out.
And anybody, for people who may not know, and they may not know when I say this, but there's a series called Gavin and Stacey, and a lot of it was filmed around Barry Island.
Yeah, it was.
And if you go to Barry Island, you can even see Nessa's slots.
You can. And I bought a new tea towel. Anyway, we'll move on from slots. So many people here. So let's have a look. Any questions here? Ken Go Cruising here. So Ken Lindsay, right then, have you got the drinks package? No.
Still no. No,
this is for people that are watching. We're cruising with Ken and Lindsay on Queen Anne on the maiden voyage, and we were on whether to get the drinks package or not.
Now, Ken, you'll be able to put me right on this. I don't know if we've had this conversation already, but we've done a bit of research, and one of the reasons for the drinks package would be the Perfect Serve, which is a gin-based cocktail. Now, I'm assuming there'll be 4 flavors now with the new Queen Anne coming out, but the price of the Perfect Serve is outside the legislation of what the drinks package is. And then we spoke to somebody and they said, oh, yeah, the waitress will be all right. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to book it on the basis of the
because we were that close to booking it, weren't we? We're that close.
So, but there's still time.
Yes, there is still time. Catherine's here, just back from her Danube River cruise. Looked like you had a fantastic time. So nice to see you playing catch up. Lots of people saying hi. So thank you so much for joining us. Elaine's here. So love to see you, Elaine. And gosh, if I go through everyone, we'll be here all night.
What's Corinne have to say there?
What did Corinne have to say? Kevin, everyone's been nasty. Look, even Commodore Steve. Now, I would not expect that of you. Blue and Nora. So Scott's asking, have you ever been to Orkney? No, we haven't.
No.
So sorry, can't help you with that. But if anyone in our chat has been there, can you please put some tips down? Then that would be great. So let's have a look. Paul saying that Dan helped again with our 2026 P&O booking. Excellent service. Yeah, Paul's on about Dan, our travel agent, for those that are new to our live streams. He's fantastic. We use him all the time, and we thoroughly recommend him. We always put his details in the description of of our lives, well, in all our videos. So please do check him out, because he's a great guy.
I just noticed, looking at the screen, how handsome I look in my new
yes,
Paul and Carole Love to Travel new coloured shirt. What
yes,
are people thinking?
We've received some more merch from Nicola today, so that we can have a look at some. We've had a long sleeve, we've got a short sleeve, and it's lovely, lovely soft quality, isn't it? I can stroke you all night, Paulie.
Well, you can't, because you're going out with your friends.
No, that's true.
And getting a taxi home.
So regarding merch, we've got some new additions in our shop, and there's more coming. So, and I just want to say a big thank you, because we've been blown away with how much people have ordered.
Yeah.
So thank you so much to everyone that's ordered. And we are looking at doing obviously some group cruise merch, which Nicola's working behind the scenes doing that. And we're looking to do some sort of generic t-shirts or t-shirts I got right then. Where's the Thatcher's Gold? So if you've got any ideas that you think are relevant to us, please put them in the comments, because it'd be great to get some thoughts of how we want to go our merch going forward. So because we don't want everything with just our logo on, because there's only certain people that want to wear that. So we want to diversify.
And if you're artistic, why not do a little drawing?
They can do a drawing in the comments.
They can do a drawing and email it to us. They got our email address.
Yes, do that.
See,
that's true.
Yes.
Now Steve's asking, right then, do you know whether you can take a hairdryer on P&O, or if not, will there be one in the cabin? I've never been in a cabin that hasn't had a hairdryer.
But generally, I mean, as you can see, obviously I take my hair very seriously. Generally, the hairdryers usually are a little bit rubbish. But mate, for your long hair like that,
yeah,
she'd start getting ready at 8 in the evening, and she'd be out in time for breakfast.
No.
But I've not heard, the only things that are a big no-no are irons. Now, I've heard, like, don't be taking an iron, but I can't remember ever reading anywhere that you can't take a hairdryer.
No, you can take your own hairdryers. Yeah. I take my own curling. I don't have curling tongs.
Well, you can tell her curling tongs. Oh, curly Sue.
My curly hair. So, yeah. So I never take one, because there's always one. I've found there's always one there. But there's some regular P&Oers, Ken Go Cruising and Lindsay, in the chat, so they might be able to let you know. Let us know what ship you're on, Steve, specific, because I know there's definitely one on Iona. Gillian's asking, right then, what is Paul going to do next Thursday when Spurs are playing? My husband Ian supports Spurs too. Have you got a plan?
Yes, I have got a plan. Oh. I'm going to go and hide in the corner, because Carole's already said to me, because obviously that's our Patreon meetup, and Carole said, if you think you're watching that bloody football, mate, so I might have like a poorly tummy and go to the toilet for 45 minutes at a time.
No, you won't. No. Jay's just asking, hi Jay Gates, right then, we're going on Queen Anne in November. Can't wait for you to show us what's it like. Exactly, we're really excited about it. We've booked all the specialty dining, so we should be doing all food on board for the week that we're on there. I can't wait I want to just see how it feels. Does it still have that Cunard special atmosphere?
Obviously, we're really, really grateful about being invited on for the VIP thing.
Yes.
But that's not going to give us a feel of atmospheres and stuff. But obviously, it's going to give us the opportunity to look at lots of stuff.
Yeah.
But until there's like proper paying guests on in the Queen's Room and in the pub and places like that, that's when you're really gonna know what it's like. I mean,
we're very grateful for the VIP event.
Yeah,
we're going to have a great
fabulous
time, and I'm planning to do obviously a cabin review from that, and also just a 24-hour sort of vlog, so you can see what that VIP event was actually like. But as Paul said, until you actually spend time on a ship, it's hard to give a true perspective of it.
So on that night of our Patreon meetup, I'm going to be watching the Spurs game, and Carole's going to be editing her Queen Anne 24-hour video. So if you could just just when you see our glasses getting low, just bring another beer across.
It's going to be great fun. Very great fun. So lots of people saying hello. Keith's only got 9 days until his next cruise. 3 nights on P&O Arcadia to Bruges. So that's just before our Aurora then, won't it? Aurora. So let's see. Right then. Garth is asking and shouting quite loudly with all his capitals. Right then. Hi there. How long should I go on a cruise for? How many nights would you suggest? Royal Caribbean, Australia, New Zealand, I think it's 60 nights. If you've not cruised before, Garth, I would pick a week or less because...
But not if he's doing Australia and
Well, it
New
depends
Zealand.
where he lives.
Yeah,
It depends where you live.
Yeah. If you don't live in Australia or New Zealand...
It's a long way to go for your first cruise.
For a 7-day cruise, so I would be recommending more. But it's a how long's a piece of string? I mean, really, to get a proper feel of a ship, minimum 5 days, I would say. But we don't like to do any more than really sort of 10 days-ish on the same ship. But it depends on the cruise. Yeah. But that would be our general feeling. You know, if you said, oh, it's 2 weeks around the Med on the same ship, it'd be like, no, I don't think I'd want to do 2 weeks. But everybody's different. And that's what makes this world such a fabulous place.
It is. Commodore Steve's just saying, right then, have you booked a P&O 2026 cruise yet? No, we haven't. We have booked we've got a Patreon group cruise booked in 2006, which is all booked up now, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to do the one in 2026 because I haven't got a time machine. Yeah, but you said 2006, honey.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Sorry about that. And Jay's asking, can you please tell us if you get off Cunard, buy wine and take it back on? Can't find out the answer anywhere. I don't think you can do that. We've never tried that, but I know you can take 2 bottles on embarkation.
But yes, I think it might be just embarkation day only.
Often,
but I'll tell you what, we'll ask for you.
We will. We'll find out because we've never done that, have we?
Because usually, once you're into the cruise, the majority of cruise lines, if you buy any contraband off the ship, don't wow me in the middle of my statement. Let me finish it before you contradict me, at least.
Well, you were talking about the lady in
yes, I
Gibraltar.
know. And what did I say at the start of that? Usually, most cruise lines, not all cruise lines, when you get back on the ship and you have to do the old scannery thing with your bags, if you've got anything like cigarettes or alcohol, they will take it off you and then they will return it to you on the day or the night before or the morning of when you get off. So that's most cruise lines, not all. I want to point out in case anybody tries to interrupt.
Mark's asking, how much thought will go into choosing your new suitcase?
None whatsoever. Carole said to me, do you like this, mate? Do you like this? I don't care. I don't care. As long as it's got wheels on it, got an handle, can fit stuff in. But Carole, it has to be a certain colour, has to be this, has to be that.
It doesn't have to be a certain colour.
She'll give it a little demo around the shop.
I do. That was what I was going to say. The wheels have to all work and it needs to be easy to push. Which I think is quite a valid thing to check when you're buying a suitcase. I like a bright colour, so it's easy to spot when it's on the conveyor belt. Those are my 2 stipulations. And it has to be the same size that we've got now because we know that size suitcase, even when it's packed, doesn't tend to go over 23 kilograms, which is a lot of airlines' luggage maximum. So that's what I would do. No, Paul would just pick up something that was, no good. And
if it was like a Tesco plastic bag, that'd do me.
Anyway, we're going shopping tomorrow, aren't we? To buy Paulie some new chinos. He's going to have some new chinos and a new suitcase, and you're going to get your hair cut.
Yeah.
So it's cruise shopping day tomorrow.
Might have a shave.
You might do. So Mandy's been saying, hi Mandy, we've been given an arrival time of 3:15 for P&O Aurora, but final boarding is at 3:30. That's gutting, isn't it, when you get a late? I would be probably going a little bit earlier.
We would never, ever, ever condone people showing up earlier than their arrival time.
No. Susan said she's loving our recent vlogs. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, appreciate that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Susan, but what I find out is like Queen Anne, if you get on, like they do, if it's the same as all the other Cunard ships, they do food in the pub, and I love the pub. And obviously, I've had me moans before about people sitting in there doing their knitting or snoring or reading newspapers when you want to go in there for a meal, but you can't get a seat. But if you've got like a 3:15, like Mandy has, getting on the ship, the pub has already stopped serving food. So people who are getting on at midday, they're getting more, and I'm sounding like I'm penny pinching now, which I am to a degree, but they're getting, it's not just about the 3 hours, they're getting a far better experience because they're going to get a proper lunch. You're going to be getting on
Yeah,
there.
no, I agree.
And by the time you want to go, back to your cabin, make sure your suitcase there or whatever, that's it. So you've missed out on a whole
few hours
section of your day, which is, lunch on, especially.
If you've been traveling as well, and if you've been traveling that day and you want to get on board, often the first thing people want to do is find something to eat, isn't it? And if you get up on at 3 o'clock, which we found on Queen Elizabeth once, wasn't it? We were in like the
nothing.
Yeah, it was like the twilight zone of food. Only an hour or so. We didn't have to wait long, but it was still frustrating. So let's have a look. So
it's very unfair, and I don't know how they decide this, because I know that Princess have now done away with it stupidly, in my opinion, that when you went on the app, as soon as if we were cruising with a gang of people, I think that it was Alfie the last time said to us, right, you can book in on your app. And as soon as you go on your app, you could pick a time you want to get on, and there'd be different groups. But if you didn't pick a time, it could be like 4 in the afternoon. Whereas if you do pick a time, you could go on there at 11:15. So you need to go like an extra half a day for the same money.
Yeah, no, though, it's true. True. Lucy's mum's here, just saying, right then. How was Japan? Haven't caught up with all your new vids. I arrive at City Terminal to embark Borealis on 2nd of May, but you may leave Southampton then. We will be in Southampton then, but we will be obviously meeting up with our Patreons.
We will.
So Japan was amazing. We're doing all our Queen Anne footage and videos, and then we'll be doing our Japan.
So it's the last Mekong River Cruise episode's going out tomorrow.
Then the ship tour will be out next week of Amadara.
And then we're straight into Queen
Anne.
And as soon as Queen Anne's finished, we're
straight into Japan.
Back to Japan.
Yeah.
Not literally.
No.
Figuratively.
Claire said she had to Google it. Never heard of Pip and Squeak and Warford. A cartoon in the Daily Mirror. Wow. So let's have a look. Where's there some more? Com said, I have 120 subscribers. Keep at it, Commodore Steve, because we had 120 subscribers once. And if you're just consistent and keep working at it, then I think, if you provide good content, your channel will grow and you'll get an audience.
You just got to stick at it. Sticking at it is the key. Yeah, perseverance.
It is. And being consistent. And the best advice, we'll go on to our tech actually now, because we talked about, we've got some new tech. When you're building a YouTube channel, it's all about consistency and building a community around you on your social media, so that you've got then a community that will then watch your videos. And that's been one of the most blessed things, I think, of the community that we built up, as you can see in the comments with all the lovely people that follow us and join in with our chat. So don't give up. Just keep giving.
Keep plugging away.
Keep plugging away. Now, we get asked often, probably, I guess, I don't know, once every day or once every other day, what camera do you use? I'm starting vlogging. What should I do? Now, the best thing that you can do is get yourself the most up-to-date phone. Because with a phone, we do so much with our phone now, don't we? That we're more than we ever used to do. Actually, I've just upgraded my Samsung to an S24 Ultra. Paul's just upgraded his iPhone to an iPhone 15. So if anyone's got any of these phones, they've got any really good tips, then
there's me mom.
Paul's mum there. Yeah. So and so when you're starting a channel, don't get hooked up on spending out huge amounts of money on kit, because people do. They'll go out and buy an expensive camera. They go out and buy, an expensive GoPro, etc. You don't need that to start off with. Just concentrate on making some good content, and as cheaply as you can, by using something free like iMovie, which I still use now, and using your phone. And we get that comment often, which is why I brought up the new check. And keeping your phone up to date, so that has all the up-to-date new things that come in. Mine's got quite a lot of AI stuff, so it'll be interesting when I get to know it. We haven't got to know our phones yet, have we, really? No. So
I did put a little short on, because when we were down at Barry Island, I could not believe the length of the zoom, because in all fairness, I've had iPhones for years and I love them, but camera-wise, they are not a patch on the Samsungs, not a patch. And I think Apple know that, Samsung know that. They have a bit of a,
spat,
bit of a ribbon about it, and that's how it is. But the zoom on that camera of mine is like ridiculous. Which, let's say, if you look at the short I just put out, it is bonkers.
Yeah,
but
it is.
What else can I do with it?
Yeah,
you know.
But we do have going on talking about kit. We do have a GoPro, which we use quite a lot, and we do have the Insta360. But they're the three things that we use, isn't it? But we could do it all on the phone.
Those things. You don't have to have
no.
those things.
Just make sure when you get a phone, you've got the biggest storage that you can afford.
Yeah,
that would be our biggest tip. So hopefully, those people that keep messaging us might understand that that's the way forward. Right. So let's see. So. Ken goes cruiser. Right then, we are 21,120 away from 25,000 subscribers. Thank you, Ken. I shall get my own back in a week's time. So what are we on now, Paulie? What's the scores on the doors?
18 to go.
Is it 18?
Yeah.
Ooh. So yes. So if you missed earlier,
Carol's going to give you a dead leg when she sees you, Ken.
A dead leg. Well, I haven't given someone a dead leg for a long time. Or Chinese burn. Remember at school, people used to give you Chinese burn.
Are you allowed to say that now?
Maybe I'm not allowed to say that. So apologies, you.
Do you know, I knew she'd go there. It's like
Journey from A to Z is asking A to Z. I said that very American there. A to Z. Which cruise line do you think has the best buffet? We always thought that Royal Caribbean had the best buffet, but we're hearing mixed things about that now because it was the Windjammer, and we always had a great experience. But we've had some vlogging friends that have been on sets, and they and other people I've been seeing comments that their buffets aren't as good as it used to be. I think they get too packed, and it hasn't got the choice that it used to have. But that's not our experience.
We went when we did the Anthem of the Seas, which was Carole's 55th birthday and her retirement, so that's coming up to 3 years ago. We were only on there for 4 days, admittedly, but I have to say the buffet on there was absolutely spectacular. If it wasn't in there, you didn't need it. But like Carole said, we've had reports since that things have gone downhill. But what I will say, it might not necessarily be the best buffet, but it was great. But the best seafood buffet I've ever seen on a cruise ship was when we went on Fred Olsen.
Yeah.
And that was just absolutely redonkulous.
That was on the Braemar.
There was just, I've never seen so much crab and prawns and lobster. It was just, that was a lunchtime buffet as well. It wasn't even an evening one. That was a lunchtime buffet. It was off the chain. The worst buffet, easily by far, was on Carnival Celebration.
Yeah,
it
Carnival
was terrible.
Rubbish.
It was absolutely terrible.
Going back to Braemar, she's been in Rosyth, I believe, and she's just heading off for a new life somewhere, isn't she?
A new life.
A new life. That was a fantastic ship.
She's packed her trunk and is heading off with the circus.
Yeah, that's right. Lots of people doing countdowns here. So Claire's 15 nights, 28 nights for Tony. So loads of people. Keith's got 25 days for Ruth and I, and Steve has got 24 days until the next cruise. So that's fabulous. And Luciano's saying hi from Las Vegas. So hi, Luciano.
And Luciano
nice to see you here.
At this moment is winning the best name of the night.
Yes.
Luciano Zaccarelli.
And Caroline says she's finally managed to log in for a live. And Moomin547, just a quick pop to say hi to all. So thank you for that. And Gary's saying 20 days ago, see on Aurora. Yes, looking forward to it. If you ever spot us on a cruise ship, please don't be scared to come up and say hi, because I won't bite. Paul might, depending on how much Thatcher's gold is at. No, he won't. We're very happy to speak to anyone.
It's always good, especially when we're on a ship, things to smooth the water, come up and say, oh, are you Paul and Carole? Oh, by the way, here's a Thatcher's gold and here's a glass of Sauvignon Blanc. That is the best way to approach us. Even if it's at breakfast.
So let's see. Fran saying, "Oh my gosh, Fran from Victoria, BC, Canada. I can't believe I made it on here for your live. So excited. Well, thank you so much.
Nice to see you, Fran. Or well, I can't see you obviously, but I'm imagining you in my head.
Addicted to ships and trips. Hope you enjoyed Japan as much as I did. Japan was crazy. Japan was interesting. Japan was great. So we can't wait to share our vlog. So it's a very, very interesting country for sure." Adam's asking, what's your best cruise? That's so difficult.
Oh, it is. That's just, everything's so different. I mean, the river cruise we've just done was amazing. We've done, I've just said about Carnival Celebration, how much the buffet sucked. but we had a fantastic time, entertainment, and the itinerary and the ship was good, but it was just the buffet was rubbish. I really enjoyed when we went on Celebrity Beyond. That was a fantastic cruise. We've done tons of Morella cruises, which we've loved.
Yeah.
We've done
Cunard. This will be our eighth Cunard cruise
we
with
can't
so
name, and I think whatever's the
that's a difficult question.
whatever's the freshest in your memory tends to be like what you would pick, but loads. It's the damn thing is it'd probably be easier to, and I'm not going to go into that, but it'd probably be easier to pick your worst because that's going to stand out more than But and I'm not going to do that tonight. So
no, Kevin's just saying, I sent you those tips about screen live emojis a month or two ago. I've lost my IT manager badge. Sorry, Kevin.
Oh, Kevin, I feel bad now. Should we give him a thumbs up?
Oh, that's cool. Oh, look. Oh, that's just, we've just had a super chat pop up if I can find it there.
Well, it's Kevin. He's
trying
to
get some wine tonight.
He's trying to get his. Well, no, Kevin, that's for the taxi home.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry we didn't. I don't read. Well, I'm sure I probably read it. My mind just gets scrambled with so much stuff. I don't remember.
It doesn't take long, Kevin, honestly.
Anyway,
for Carole to get sidetracked, it takes very little
but
time.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for that. That's jolly lovely. I shall. Do you know we're meeting at Weatherspoons at Gloucester Quays, which is quite a nice Weatherspoons, to be fair, isn't it? And what I love about Weatherspoons is my favourite wine is Villa Maria, and it's from the Marlborough region in New Zealand. And it's normally in pubs. It can cost a fortune, can it? But Weatherspoons, 20 Canadian dollars will get me quite a few glasses. Oh, is there more wine money arriving? Oh, let me see. Nick's give me for more wine and Thatchers. You can't have any Thatchers.
I can have some Thatchers when I get back.
Oh, thank you,
when I get back
Nick.
from dropping Carole off, I'm going to have a couple of cans of Thatchers going and watch the football that I put on to record while I'm dropping Carole off.
Right then. So let's see. I've lost my train of thought now. I'm very excited.
Happy with that? Are we at peace with that, Carole?
Peace.
Yeah, are we at peace with that?
Ooh, balloons now. Oh my gosh, this is exciting, isn't it? Someone's saying about World War I medals, and I think they were on about the question that we said earlier. The two, I've forgotten who they are now. The cartoon from Daily Mirror.
There's three people: Pip, Squeak, and Wilfred.
But someone said they're World War I medals.
Oh,
so I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
Right, let's get back to the questions. But thank you guys for your generosity. That's very much appreciated. Then. Oh gosh, where are we then? So let's see. We spot some right then. So remember, put right then in front of your. So Lou's asking, have you been to Curacao? We have. We went to Curacao on our new Amsterdam cruise when we went with the Cruising Canucks and had a fabulous time. And we got off the ship. And it's a very pretty place, isn't it? Very colourful place. And we walked. Paul won't remember, will you?
Is that the one with the funky bridge?
Yes, it is.
That they've got a. Oh, did Irma was catching? Oh no. They have got a bridge that goes across. It's called the
Queen Emma Bridge.
I suppose it's the estuary of the harbour.
Yeah,
it's the sort of river going into the sea, so it's sort of the estuary. And what's cool about this bridge is when a boat wants to pass. When I tell you this now, you'll think I've already had some Thatchers. The bloke in charge of the bridge starts it up and drives it out the way. And we're not talking a bridge that's about 10 foot long. This bridge is, 50 yards? 40, 50 yards long? And he starts it up and he's got a motor at one end and he drives it out the way. And then when the boat goes through, he drives it back into place. It is bonkers. It's worth going there just for that. But no, it's a lovely place. We had a nice walk round. We had a bit of dinner, didn't we?
We did. It was just really nice.
I bought some postcards for our Patrons while I was there.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Yeah.
It's a nice sport to self-explore. We enjoyed it
because you walk through almost like it's like a bit of a fort you have to walk through to get out.
There's quite a lot on the. I know you're getting good at this, Paulie. it's quite the cruise port area's got quite a lot of the souvenir type shops, but they had a really nice bar. Remember we sat with the Cruise and Canucks, and you had some lovely views.
Of course, I remember when you said bar. Of course, I remember.
You can get some really good, because not all ports where you can get some really good pictures of the ship, but Curacao you can. It's lovely. Susan's asking, do you think you drink more if you purchase a drinks package? You do, because you think, oh, I'm going to have another one, or I'll have a double, or I'll have that cocktail. So you definitely do.
There's two reasons you'll drink more on a cruise. One is you got the drinks package. Two, you're with Ken and Lindsay.
Yes.
That's things that make you drink more.
Yes, we got a week of that coming up. So, and that Ken's just saying here, look, with regards to perfect serve, just have a single instead of a double, as Cunard measures slightly larger.
So you're saying then, Ken, that I can have a perfect serve? I thought a perfect serve was a perfect serve.
You'll just have a gin and tonic, wouldn't you? I would have thought.
Well, I don't know. Or are you saying I can have a perfect serve with just one measure of gin? Is that what you're saying, Ken?
Hopefully we've answered that, Laura, what we're looking forward to on QA. I just want to see what the general sort of atmosphere and feel is. I want to see what the pub food is like, because they've got the chef taking over the menu. What's his name? Is it Rue? No, not Rue. Oh.
Danny LaRue?
Not Danny LaRue, no. Oh.
Michel Rue?
Possibly. There's a well-known chef taking over the menu, and I'm really hoping that they haven't gone too fancy, because what we loved about the pub menu on all the other Cunard ships is you can get your standard
it's
curry.
A pub menu.
Yeah, exactly, like a British pub. So you get your fish and chips.
You get fish and chips. You get a chicken tikka masala. You get a pie of the day.
Yes.
You can get a burger. You're not going in there for fancy dining, but what you do what I love is when they do the pie of the day. Now this could be a deal breaker. Cunard could be out, after this. But if they don't do a pie of the day, there's going to be trouble. But when they do a pie of the day, they do it with 2 boiled potatoes and some veg and a bit of gravy. And every time I have a pie in there, which is a lot if I can get a seat, I say, oh, instead of having the potato and veg, can I have it with chips? Yeah, of course you can. And they always bring it out with the potatoes and veg
and chips
and
on
extra
the side.
chips on the side.
Yeah.
Which, in all fairness, everyone's a winner.
I think that's how it comes plated, isn't it? That's fine.
But yeah, so hopefully...
we're hoping that's not gone too fancy.
The thing I'm looking forward to the most is the Queen's Room.
Yes.
Because the Queen's Room is such an integral part of all the Cunard ships. That's the thing for me that that, and then the pub.
I'm really hoping it's more of the style of Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria, because it's a 2-story and the layout we love. Queen Mary, we're not such a fan, are we?
No.
Of the Queen's Room. So,
and obviously it'd be interesting because Queen Mary has got the greatest nightclub of all the cruise
so we're hoping
ships
it has
on the planet.
Because on Queen Victoria and Elizabeth, you just have like the yacht club, which is a bar at the top. So we're hoping that has something. It'll be very interesting. I don't know. I must admit, I've only just started. We're a bit late at planning because we're doing lots of Amber Waterways. I've just started my Queen Anne book. So I've started doing some research and stuff about exactly what's on the ship and what we want to see, which some may say is very late, but there we are. So Ivan Collector's here from landlocked Salt Lake City, Utah. Oh, that's nice. Mandy saying, oh dear, I think me and Phil are on the same cruise use. Apologies in advance. Well, make sure you come and say hello, Mandy.
I thought she said she was on...
That must be Aurora, I presume.
Yeah.
And yes, Moomin 547, 146 days until Gary Bambury's group cruise from Boston on Celebrity Crips. Yes, looking forward to that.
Who's going on that?
We are. Oh, yes.
I hope you've booked your hotel because it was about £9 billion.
Boston hotel. It was crazy money, wasn't it? Yeah. Absolute crazy money.
We're actually sleeping in a derelict car when we go over there for get there a few days.
So let's see. I just had a new member by the looks too, which is lovely. Rhonda's just become a YouTube member. So thank you so much, Rhonda. Appreciate that. We've got YouTube membership and Patreon. So you can, to get some more behind the scenes or get to chat to us regularly, that's what you can do. Let's see, where's the...
And you can do it from as cheaply as £1 a week.
Exactly that. So let's go back to the questions because time's a ticking, isn't it? It's quarter to.
Bet she'll be finishing on time tonight. It'd be like countdown. 8 o'clock. Bye. You'll hear the door slam.
So, Life with Lucy and Glenn is here. So, hi guys.
Hello.
Who does the editing on your videos? Great job.
Well, that's me, obviously.
Me.
Oh no, it's you.
No, I do the editing. So thank you so much.
Carole does the editing and the voiceovers. So I can literally get away with saying anything when she's reading.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find out where I was.
No clue at all. I said you do the editing and the voiceovers.
No, Paul does a lot of the voiceovers. Oh, I can't. Anyway. Tuned in from Rwanda. So that's awful. And Paulie taxis, yes. Yeah, Paulie taxi tonight.
We only do going, we don't do coming back.
Oh dear. So let's have a see. Where were we? Let's have a see. Life in Parks. So Steve's asked, right then, is a maiden voyage a risky cruise to book? I may have done something rash. Oh, have you? It always is because you just never know. You just never know.
There's obviously downsides because when you book the maiden, you pay more money because it's the maiden. And things might not be at 100%. They're going to be close. They're going to be close. I mean, I did hear tales of somebody who went on Ambassador and they were still painting the deck or still putting the deck down or something around the pool. I haven't had that confirmed. But it might not be 100% ready. But you can only go on the first cruise once. That ship can only do the first cruise once. So it's a toss-up.
I think you have to decide, do you want to be that first person on the ship and there may be special things going on? Like we've got Russell Watson and there was another announcement with it. Claire Balding, sportswoman, is going to be on there doing some insight talks. But there might be that teams are new working together, so things might not flow so well. There might be things that they're still doing around the ship. There's always lots of hiccups. So if you want things to be perfect, I would definitely not recommend you booking a maiden cruise. Book it when it's been cruising for about 6 months, because it's when all those issues are ironed out. We like it because it's exciting. It's a new ship, and we love Cunard. And as soon as we knew there was going to be a new Cunard ship, we had to be on it, didn't we? It was just we did. It was the same with Marella because we've loved Marella for so many years. I just wanted to be, but there's no other cruise line that makes me excited to go on another maiden. So it depends on what your things are. Because I know. Totally. So there's
because obviously you got to bear in mind is the staff like on Queen Anne. We'll use Queen Anne because that's what we're going on. I don't know what you're going on, but the staff on Queen Anne, unless they've taken the entirety of a crew off another Cunard ship in its entirety and put on Queen Anne, the chances are that most of the people on there wouldn't have worked together before. And it always takes a little bit of time to get into the groove. And when we went on Marella Voyager, we have to say everything was fabulous apart from the main dining room, and we only went there once, and it was a gala night, which shouldn't have any bearing on it at all. But you could tell that there was some friction amongst staff because people wasn't 100% sure what their jobs were, or if they worked. Well, I've worked on so-and-so for like 2 years and we don't do it like this. And there's all that sort of stuff. Whenever there's new people coming together until eventually it all meshes or they have a big fight. One or the other, I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I could have said anything on that because she wasn't listening.
Andy and Christy said you have to wheel a suitcase to the shop to test it out. It's like buying shoes. You have to walk around the store to test shoes. Exactly that. Thank you very much, Andy.
I was only joking about wheeling it around the shop because I do that as well. But I don't, as what it looks like.
Martin's asking, did you try the spa or beauty on Queen Mary 2? We did do the spa and we quite enjoyed it, didn't we, on Queen Mary 2? It was looking a bit tired. Remember we went there with Jane and we were chilling out and they had that ice bit.
You put your
so
feet
it's looking
in,
a bit but we really enjoyed it. We like to just get a day pass. We're not huge spa lovers, but we do like to treat ourselves to a morning or an afternoon.
I genuinely don't know, and we've done a transatlantic, but I genuinely don't know how somebody would find time to go to the spa every day of the cruise for a couple of hours.
It depends what your interests are, isn't it?
I know that, and I'm just saying about my own personal feelings. I'd go there once. I'd maybe go there twice if it was fabulous. But it's like, what I love is, having been in sales for 30 odd years, is when you go to try and get a pass, You would say, "Oh, can we have a day pass to the spa, please?" Oh yeah, but it's £30. It's £30 a person for a day. But if you book it for the whole week, instead of being £210, it's £180. So you save £30. And it's like, no, I haven't saved £30. What I've done is I spent £150 more than I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh no, because you know what you think is it should be 210, but it's 180. Yeah, but you're not listening to me, are you? Because I'm not going to go to the spa 7 times.
No.
I'm going to go once and possibly going to go twice. So if I go twice and I give you £180, that's £90 a visit, not £30 a visit. And they're there and it's going.
He always has this conversation. In the end, I always have to butt in and say, "Look,
just
thank you,
day, please.
Yeah, thank you ever so
Day,
much.
please. Thank you." Well, I know they're trying to do their job.
Reese is just saying, Cunard is offering a lot of onboard credit on cruises in 2025. 860 for the Iceland cruise per cabin. Wow, that's good. Can you use this to buy a drinks package? And does this have to be done on board or pre-cruise?
Well, do you know? We were only having.
It has to be done on
if
board.
Ken's going to put me right on this.
No.
Actually, it wasn't the.
Dan will be here somewhere.
I'll tell you what, she's going to be walking to the pub. We've just tried booking the internet package on Cunard. Now, when you get certain tiers on Cunard, you get so much towards your internet
because we're platinum now.
We're platinum,
so we get $80.
Oh, I'll tell you something. It's like there's an echo in here, isn't it? So we get, I don't know, I'm not sure how much it is. It might be $80. But you can't book it before the cruise. So if you book it before the cruise, you can't use that $80. If you book it when you get on the cruise, it's 50% dearer. But you can use your $80. So it works out that if we book the whole week on Queen Anne, it's going to cost us $240 to pre-book. If we book it on there, it's 50% dearer, but we can use our $80. And that brings it down to don't just wait. That brings it down to $250. So there's only $10 difference. So I do think that's very, very naughty. I know that when we've booked stuff with, I'm sure it's Holland America, we had onboard spends. And as soon as you start booking excursions, it comes up. So say the excursion is £400 and you've got £800 onboard credit. When you go to book it, it'll say, right, that's £400 off your onboard spend, and it will automatically take it off. Other companies, not so much.
No. But saying about drinks packages, but I'm pretty sure you can't buy that. You can't use your onboard credit until you're on board.
Yeah.
So
but some you can.
Yes, for excursions. So Nick said, right then, are you going to do a live from Southampton? No, we're not, because we want to spend time with our patrons and not spend time, obviously, on the internet. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do it next Tuesday. So we're going to do it before we come down to Queen Anne. Our live next week is going to be Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time. So, but we'll make sure that everyone knows about that by advertising it on our channel.
Unless we're just going to do a drunken live in
Southampton with all our patrons in the background. Yeah. That would be quite fun. Yeah, Dan's here. Look, Dan the cruiser. We've can be used towards drink, but only be used on board. So thank you for that. Kevin B's in the house. Yo.
Oh no, I can't do that because I don't know that doesn't do anything. But apparently this one does. It doesn't work, honey.
What was that supposed to do?
That was the sign of the horns.
Maybe you're not doing the horns right.
You do the horns as well. Nothing's happening.
Someone's just tuned
like idiots now.
If someone just tuned into our live, they'll be like, "What on earth?"
I'm gonna have to give that a thumbs down. And that didn't work.
No, maybe we've used up our allocation.
We've used our allocation now.
Oh. So let's have a look at what's going on in the comments here because time's are ticking. Life with Lucy could say iPhone's amazing. Samsung wins. Yes, I'm a Samsung. Pause a iPhone.
That's the word you're looking for. She starts reading and then
I know. Christy Monk's here. So lovely to see you, Christy. I use the Samsung 24 Ultra. Love it. I'm loving it so far. It's so. My old one was just getting a little bit tired. Let's have a look. If there are any more questions before. Fiona's asking, would you like to go on a Baltics cruise taking place like Finland, Sweden? Yes, we would.
Yeah, we would. I mean, we always fancied going all the way to St. Petersburg, but obviously that's
not an option now.
Off the agenda at the minute, but that was somewhere we always fancied going. But yeah, we would go as far as we could go on there. That's definitely something.
Yeah, we love Norway, and we're planning we've got a cruise book back there this year, which we'll tell you about later in the year. But we definitely, and our group cruise is going to Norway and Denmark. So we'd like to. We have not been to Finland or Sweden yet, have we?
No.
Have we been to Sweden?
No,
we haven't.
No, we haven't.
So we definitely would. Commodore C, so we all love your big poll, Paulie.
Well, what can I say? I have to say, I'm getting to grips with it more and more all the time. And I have found in this episode that's coming out tomorrow, I think I found so much good stuff. I mean, Carole probably didn't put any of it in because she's quite sort of territorial on what she's going to put in. Because she said, that's my bit of footage. Yours is rubbish. That's what she did. She's like that.
I don't know what goes on in his head sometimes.
Neither do I. Yes, you do. No, so I found some lovely footage, and the irony of it is most of the really good footage was when I was doing nothing at all. There's one scene where I'm trying to video these people, and they're harvesting peanuts. So they've got all the sort of branches on the floor and they're picking peanuts, and there's all these kids around, and there's this bloke that keeps standing in my way, and I'm thinking, mate, why don't you get in my way? But when I watch the footage back, this bloke has had such a wonderful interaction with these children. It just warms your heart. It's almost worth watching a video just for that little bit of talk. But of course, it's all about you're concentrating on what's there, but what's happening that's really good might be over there or over there. So, so from an editing point of view, with the phones and with Carole's GoPro, what you see is pretty much what you get, and you can shorten it and lengthen it, zoom in, zoom out. That's the finish. With a 360, you spend a lot more time because it videos everything.
Yeah, finding the footage.
Something going on behind you might be the best thing since sliced bread. So when you're looking at stuff, it takes far longer to dig it out, but it can be so worth it in the long run, which I think this video coming up will
Probably
show.
Going to upgrade the Insta, not at the moment, are you? You're happy with that?
I hadn't got used to the one I got.
Oh, Catherine's saying, great buffet on Celebrity Beyond. Yeah, that's true, there was. And Tina saying also Celebrity Infinity had a great buffet. And Deborah is also saying, I think Princess Cruise had a great buffet too.
I just found with Carnival, going back to Carnival, let me give you an example of why their buffet was rubbish. Like for breakfast time, they had the toasting machine was where the egg station was. So it took us about 4 days to find the toasting machine because there wasn't always a queue at the egg station. And it was somebody who's walking past with some toast. I said, where'd you get your toast from, mate? And they looked at me like I didn't know that toast was bread that had been toasted. I said, no, I'm aware of the concept, but how did you achieve that? And they said, well, it's over there, look. And there was like a queue of people. I said, well, behind that queue of people. So you had to basically push into the queue for the egg station.
It was just frustrating. The layout was wrong.
The other thing, the one day they had some fantastic battered fish on. You all know I love fish and chips almost as much as pie. So there's the fish. So I go up to the Mr. Chefy man who's behind there. Mate, you got some lovely bit of fish there, battered fish, lovely. Where's the chips to go with it? And he looked at me like I was a moron, which, you know, probably a lot of people think I am. And I said, well, obviously he's American. So, oh, you know, fries? Oh, no, we haven't done any fries tonight. I said, so what goes with the battered fish then? Oh, we got some rice over there. I thought,
rice or mashed potato?
I thought, have you been on the pipe?
Anyway, it's nearly time's ticking. I see lots of questions. So Walking Bob's asking us, what's the one essential you have to take on a cruise? Whilst watching, I'm packing to get on an RV in 3 days and I've so much to take.
Passports
and things Carole, to charge your phone and stuff. And
one thing it said.
So chargers.
But I'd say Carole, not even my passport, because I know if Carole's there, my passport's there.
Exactly. Oh, Pat's going on Coningsdam to Alaska. Oh, nice. If anyone's never thought about Alaska, do check out our Coningsdam series to Alaska because it was pretty special. So many people going on cruises. It's lovely. Nick saying, so hi Nick, nice to see you. Worst birthday at CP&O. I can't believe how bad it's got. Really, we'll let you know on Aurora. Wow.
So I got to be honest. When we did Arvia, we haven't done Arvia. When we did Iona,
I was just gonna say
No, I haven't said that. We didn't use it much either because I think what I liked about Iona is there's lots of places you can eat without going to the main dining room or
we
the
did
buffet.
go there for breakfast, which was good on Iona, but we did go one night to the midnight buffet and it was bedlam.
Yeah.
It was bedlam. Are you going on a cruise over Christmas? No. We did one Christmas cruise to Australia with Azamar and I got quite homesick. So we're planning to do some cruising before Christmas and we're already planning another big trip for after, aren't we?
I can't believe she's looking at me saying, aren't we? I don't know. That's between her and her other husband, that damn bloke.
Oh, so let's see if we've got any more questions here. So Keith's just saying Pipsqueak and Wilfred are the name of the 3 most commonly awarded World War I service medals.
There you go.
There you go.
And Andy and Christine, the Cotswold couple, if you grow up,
to Pontoon Bridge.
And that's the bridge
in
over.
Carousel.
Yes.
Yes.
And they drive it out the way.
They do.
It's bonkers.
So, and more people going on Alaska. It's Alaska season's opening, isn't it? Yeah. So, from the country, I've watched your Alaska vlogs many times, loved it. Yes, it was such a great experience. Ken said the perfect service a double, just have the same but a single. So,
are you on commission, Ken, for selling drinks packages?
Life of Lucy and Glue says, love your guys' knowledge and Carole hair looks great. Yes, I've just had a few more colours put in the front because to get rid of my grey. Because my hair's really dark.
I've just kept the strawberry blonde.
Yes. Oh. Bronson, right then, what are you taking to improve your memory? Well done, Rhonda. It's Michelle Roux. Yes, Michelle Roux on Cunard. So we're hoping.
I said it was.
Yes. You said Danny. Oh, yeah, Danny LaRue. Oh, hello from Thailand. So William Thailand and Commodore CJ. Yeah, G32, the best nightclub at sea.
I love
definitely
G32.
The best nightclub at sea.
It's worth going on Queen Mary just for G32.
So let's have a look at what else we've got on here. I've seen Kevin shared our link to our shop. So
Sean's popped back in. Look.
Sean's here. Sean said, how is the Cunard group cruise sales going?
We have sold 135 cabins.
No, we haven't. We're doing a Patreon group cruise with Cunard, and it's going to be pretty special. So,
are we divulging?
Well, Sean's already told everyone.
Oh. But yeah, but he hasn't showed how many we've. No, I know people know, but how many we've sold? Are we divulging it?
No, we're keeping it. We'll tell the patrons no.
We'll tell you when we come.
But that's why we want to keep it more small and personal, isn't it, with the patrons? Yes. Because our other group cruise has got a little bit crazy. Right then, let's have a look. Good afternoon from Canada. So nice to see you here.
Hey.
What kind of cabin are you staying on the Queen Anne? We've just booked a regular balcony. So we're in Britannia class. We haven't got anything fancy. Emma Cruises, hey, cutie pies. Hi there. So lovely to see you here.
I think she's talking mainly about me there.
Well, obviously.
Included you just to.
Striker said, can you tell when people join you later on live? No, we can't. Only if you comment. We don't know who's watching unless you comment. So if you want to say hi, hi to us, you must put a comment. Otherwise, we don't even know you're there. We can see number, which is great, but we can't see.
We don't know who's there unless you say something.
Michelle's asking, does anyone know what Wi-Fi is like on cruises? It's all cruises are the same, or each and every cruise is different. It's getting better.
It's getting better. Every cruise line is different. It's getting better, and a lot of people are starting to use the Starlink and all that sort of stuff. All I can tell you is we did a live on our transatlantic on Queen Mary 2, and even though it was the feedback was the sound was good. The picture was a little tiny bit pixelated, so it was almost good enough. And bearing in mind that was in the middle of the Atlantic, but generally, I mean, I've been on cruises where I've streamed football on my phone. I've been on cruises where I couldn't upload one photo to Instagram. So, but things are definitely getting better. Every day that goes past, it gets a bit better.
It does. I'm looking forward to trying it on Cunard because it should be a lot better. Corinne said Azamara buffet. Yes, Azamara buffet is small but classy. That's a very good point. Yes.
And the patio, which to call it a burger
there's people betting in the comments. I can see you guys.
Betting what?
Sean saying, let's do a bet to see if Carole can finish on time.
Well, she already. Well,
and
you've
Kevin
already
said,
lost it.
you got it. I bet no.
Yeah, and that's it.
Oh,
So bearing in
dear.
mind that one comment was at 8:01, so it's definitely I bet no. Of course, you wouldn't finish on time.
Ah. Right then. So let's have a look just to see if there's anything that we've missed. What's your thoughts on holiday in Southampton? Staying there 2 weeks before boarding Iona. We're staying there next week, and it's one of our go-to hotels in Southampton because the standard's good. It's in a perfect spot and within walking distance of
And
Southampton
hopefully
town.
you're doing the cruise and park option because that's the best way to do it, because they are quite expensive, but not if you factor in your park in there as well.
Yeah.
And what I will say is the Holiday Inn looks and is substantially better on the inside than it looks on the outside, because it looks proper drab.
Yeah, it does look really drab.
But yeah, it's a good choice.
Jane's just saying, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed our live. What's the subscribers, Paulie? What's the scores on the doors? Have we hit over 25,000 in the last hour? Ooh.
No.
No. Damn.
We've actually lost 20 subscribers.
No, we haven't.
No, we need 14 to go.
We need 14.
So when you're done on here, just check. I'll be giving Carole a lift, but not picking her up. And so that's it then. We're gonna.
It is. No, thank you so much for joining. Let's Dale saying, have a great night, Carole. Be a good boy, Paulie Morgan. Love you guys.
It's not gonna happen. There's a thumbs up just in case anything happens.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Remember, next week we are live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. because obviously we'll be in Southampton and on getting on Queen Anne next week. So please join us next Tuesday. And just thanks for all your comments and thanks for all your company. It's been a blast as always. And we will see you next week.
And I just want to say, good night.
Oh dear. Let's have a look.